Problems with the processing of phonological representations of language is one of the most common presenting issues in those with dyslexia. A full 75% of dyslexia sufferers have so-called phonological dyslexia. But what does that actually mean? The ability to identify and manipulate the sound equivalents of language symbols or words is known as phonological awareness. When we want to determine if someone has phonological dyslexia, we need to somehow measure their level of phonological awareness in a standardized way and then compare the results with those of people who do not have a learning disorder. If they perform much worse than the norm, then there is a strong possibility that their dyslexia includes phonological awareness issues. What exactly is assessed in tests of phonological awareness? Well, mental manipulation of sounds is one factor that has to be taken into account. For example, you could ask someone to verbally spell out the word cart, letter by letter. You could then ask them if they remembered what the first letter was. If you take away the first letter, what word is left? In this case, it would be art. Having low levels of phonological awareness makes these tasks particularly difficult to do. There can also be difficulty in discriminating between short vowel sounds such as I and E. Rhyming is another issue where phonological dyslexics can't come up with words that rhyme with an example word easily or at all. They may also have a problem isolating phonemes. A phoneme is a very small unit of sound. For example, the separate sounds that go to make up a spoken word. Dividing a word into syllables is also a tough task for phonological dyslexics. They also have a hard time reconstructing a word that is sounded out to them. For example, throth may become foth. Words that sound similar may also be freely mixed up. If someone means to say specific, they may end up saying Pacific instead. One of the most effective tests of phonological awareness is asking a subject to read nonsense words. By doing this, you are forcing the brain to rely only on phonological processing, and this gives us a great indication of phonological processing ability. The Comprehensive Test of Phonological Processing 2nd Edition, or CTOPP2 for short, is an example of one assessment that can be used to gauge phonological awareness.